My name's Ani Douglas. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Bermuda. I came to NASCAD as a transfer student, so with my program I should be done in 2 years to get my Bachelor's of Fine Arts. I've chosen interdisciplinary right now just so I could touch on everything that the school has to offer, but I believe in the end what I'm feeling right now is going to be sculpture as my major. Well, I've always been artistic. Like me, my sister, my dad, we always did had like our artistic side as I was growing up, and then just throughout my time through school when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork, I guess my artwork was getting better as I was growing up. In high school, you know how people have to make that decision, like you gotta decide what you're gonna do with your life. I was one of those people who didn't know. I mean, we had the community college in Bermuda, but I still had to pick what I was going to focus on. So my biggest conflict was either art or cooking at the time because I was technically a top student in both. So after like the most brain-racking decision, I decided I'm going to pick art for do my 2 years at the community college and then see where that takes me. I have a few favorite artists. I mean, I have a favorite painter and a favorite sculptor. My favorite sculptor is Rodin, so the one who made The Thinker, but I really loved his Dante's Inferno piece, but that was never actually fully commissioned because they decided halfway through we didn't want it anymore. And then my favorite painter is Michael Parks, because he's a painter, he's a sculptor, he's a drawer, so he's kind of what I want to try to aim to be, the master, like trying to do everything, and he's good at everything he does. He's like a fantasy person, so I found his work in high school and it's just like still follow him now, even though not much has happened. If I have a favorite piece, not yet. I mean, I like all my work, but not to the extent that I immortalize it as my life, I guess. Nope, I don't have a favorite. And if my teacher back home heard that, he would be so upset because of all the time I spent on it. I guess when I sold my first piece, that was like shocking because it was just a painting I did for class. It was actually the first piece I sold was a teapot assignment that we had in class, just to look at it and paint it. And someone thought it was really nice, and I was like, they asked me how much I want for it. I was looking at them like, are you crazy? And like they were saying how much they cost. I said, I didn't even spend that much on the canvas. I don't feel right selling it to you for that much. And that was in college. And then after that I sold a painting at a gallery opening that I was at. That was 200 something that I sold it for. And it was just the one painting out of a series. And then I guess the biggest one would be getting into the biannual this year back in Bermuda. So it's every 2 years that's biannual, and all the artists in Bermuda are allowed to enter a piece based on the topic. And my piece, it was actually just an assignment for class, but it was a big assignment, so it's not one of those things you could take home and hang on your wall. So my teacher told me you should try entering it into the biannual, and I'm like, really? I said, this is just an assignment piece. He's like, well, you could spin it to make it sound like it was meant for the criteria they're asking for. And I guess I spun it really well because I got in, and I ended up being the youngest person to get in to the biannual. So kind of like the gallery made a big deal about it, and they had like a newspaper article for me, and then my teacher was also in the show with me, so first teacher-student combo in this show. So my teachers hope that it'll inspire more people back home to feel like they can accomplish big things like that. And I saw it more as I'm not wasting my time picking art as a career, and that maybe by my parents seeing that I can get into something here at home, I'm not too far off from getting somewhere in the world.